you guys for joining us for another video here. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 things that I wish we knew when starting a hunting YouTube channel. Right now, filming your hunts is more popular than ever before, whether it's with your cell phone or with a fancy camera. It seems like everybody's documenting their hunts to some capacity, and a lot of youngsters are starting YouTube channels. So we by no means are a super big YouTube channel, but we've been in this game for a really long time, 11 years to be exact, and we feel like we've learned a lot. There's a lot of things we're doing differently now, and we feel like we may be able to help some folks starting out that have questions about this stuff. So to give a little bit of backstory on our YouTube adventure, because that's exactly what it is, an adventure. We started this thing 11 years ago. Jake and I were in high school at the time. But even before YouTube, we've been filming our hunts since we got into hunting as kids. Our dad would take us to the woods and he'd have a camera in one hand and his bow in another hand, and most of the time, truthfully, he was picking up the camera to document what we were seeing. So we've always been accustomed to hunting in pairs and one guy filming, one guy hunting. So YouTube was really kind of a natural progression for us. When we were in high school, we were in some different media classes, some video editing classes, and we said, hey, let's start editing our hunts and putting them on YouTube. At that time, it was just where they lived and where we could go and watch them and show our buddies and our family. We didn't even know you could earn money on YouTube at that time. So obviously, like I said, a lot has changed since then. For years, we would just upload when we felt like it, when we had time, when we had something to upload. And now we're really trying to upload consistently, get stuff out there for you guys on a regular basis. And we've noticed some big changes in doing that. And again, we want to kind of share them with you. If that is your goals, if your goal is to just have a YouTube channel and have fun doing it, more power to you. If you want to grow, a brand or grow a YouTube channel, maybe some of this stuff here will help you out. So first and foremost here, the first thing that I want to talk about as far as something that we wish we knew when we started a hunting YouTube channel is coming up with the right name or the right brand. So as I mentioned or alluded to earlier, this whole hunting filming thing is a very saturated market. There's a lot of folks that are doing this, and that makes it hard to stand out. So being different and having something that's easy to identify or easy to associate with is going to help you grow quicker, and again, make you stand out a little bit if that is your goal. So to add a little bit of context there, when we started our YouTube endeavor some 11 years ago, we operated under the name O-Town Outdoors, and we continued under that name for many years. That took about 10 minutes of thought to come up with, probably less. We live in Ontario, Ohio. People refer to this town sometimes as O-Town. So we basically just took where we were from and slapped outdoors on the end of it, because Drury Outdoors at the time was a big thing, and some other channels had outdoors on the end of their name, and we thought, hey, we'll do the same thing. As you can imagine, that became even more saturated than it already was, and there was really no way to stand out. And O-Town doesn't really have any sort of affiliation with hunting or the outdoors or fishing or trapping or anything. So we wanted to go through a rebrand and try to align ourselves a little more with the hunting industry, and we did that in 2020. But a lot to learn from the name that we operate under now as well. The Venari effect doesn't really mean a whole lot to folks as far as hunting. If you were to stumble across that as a hunter, you probably wouldn't ever guess that that is hunting related content or hunting related videos. Now, at the time, we were working a side business called Venari Studios, filming weddings, and we kind of wanted our YouTube channel to align with that a little bit. And Venari means to hunt or hunting. So we said, you know what, we hope our videos kind of portray what the effect hunting has on us and our emotions, so let's run with that name. And we have for the last few years, and we plan to continue to do so. But if I could offer some transparent advice, keeping it simple and having, again, a name or a brand that's easily recognizable or easy to associate with hunting is probably going to help you grow. I joke with Jake and Easton sometimes that if I could go back, I would consider rebranding to something as simple as hunting stuff, right? If you stumble across that, you're probably gonna know what that channel's about. So that would be the first tip I have for you. And kind of under that same umbrella, or the flip side to that coin maybe, is also don't pigeonhole yourself though. You don't want to come up with a name that kind of makes people expect one thing but then you do another. So if you're a channel that fishes and hunts, you probably don't want to just come up with a name that has fishing in it, right? Because then if you have hunting videos, maybe your fishing followers that don't hunt lose interest. So something that's, again, unique, easy to identify, but also don't pigeonhole yourself into making videos that just one specific crowd enjoys or can expect. So number 2 is having a plan. If, again, your goals are to grow your YouTube, to maybe earn money, to expand within the industry, have a plan. At the end of the day, YouTube is the second largest search engine behind Google, and it's owned by Google. So right now we live in a world, and I'll kind of expand on this here in a little bit, but that's filled with information right at our fingertips. People are hungry for information. So YouTube being a large search engine, having a plan of what type of videos you want to release is only going to help you grow. What we found is that the videos that do better for us within the hunting space or within this hunting filming realm are like how-to videos, tips and trick type videos, as opposed to just the hunts itself. And I know that may seem or may come as a surprise, and again, this is just our experience with it, but everybody films their hunt, right? Walking to their tree stand in the middle of November, and there's a buck that's on their trail camera, and he walks by at 20 yards, and they shoot him, and then they recover him, and that's done over so much that it's lost, in my opinion, a lot of its like mystique, right? You can see 1,000 of those videos on YouTube right now. So that being paired with the fact that we have a rapidly growing sport, in my opinion, I know they'll say that we're losing hunter numbers, but the people that are getting into hunting are younger and they grew up with the internet. So they know they can go to YouTube and figure out, how do I hunt public land? How do I mobile hunt? How do I coyote trap? And they can watch a video in 5 minutes, have a better understanding than they did previously. So those videos do really, really, really well right now. On top of that, one of my favorite creators outside of the hunting space talks about getting views while you snooze. Those videos are always going to produce for you, because even once you post them and then you don't do anything else with them, there's still going to be people 5 years from now that want to learn how to coyote trap or want to learn how to scout an acorn ridge on public land. So those videos are going to continue to produce for you over time. It's kind of some evidence to back that up. Our best video ever, and still is to this day, was filmed 3 years ago and uploaded 3 years ago, and it was a tree stand hack. Jake filmed a video of him using a tree peg, screwing into the tree to hang a tree stand on, so he's kind of hands-free while he's hanging a permanent set. You can find that on our channel. It's our best video by far, and it continued to produce views, it continued to produce subscribers, it continues to produce money, and that is just simply because it's something kind of out of the realm, out of the ordinary, that people stumble across. They thought, maybe I didn't know you could do this, or I'd never heard of this, and it's shared. So again, those tip tricks type videos, product reviews seem to do really well because folks are hungry to learn and they're hungry for that information. So for us, having a plan, coming up with different videos on a weekly, daily basis. I'll just kind of keep notes on my phone. If I think of something, I'll jot it down, and then we'll pick a day to film and execute like we're doing right now, and then get it out there for you guys. Some do better than others, but having videos that people consistently revisit, again, will only benefit your growth if that's your goal and that's your intention. So let's see, what else do we have on here? I guess we'll go on to the third thing I wish we knew when starting a hunting YouTube channel, and this one is talked about a lot within the YouTube space, or really any social media marketing space, but the importance of being consistent. So again, we just liked uploading videos for the longest time, and we would do it whenever was convenient or whenever we had something to upload or just whenever we wanted to. But YouTube recognizes creators that are consistently uploading, and the algorithm favors those that are consistently engaged and consistently interacting. We would notice we'd get some traction when we'd post for a couple of months, and then if we fell off for a few, it was almost like you had to start all over again. Since we've been posting consistently the last handful of months here, we've had a 410% revenue increase, a 388% increase in views, and a 269% increase in subscribers. Numbers don't lie. I mean, those are facts, and something that you can learn from us just from posting consistent. We've been posting every single Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m., and then we'll post YouTube Shorts intermixed as well. The results speak for themselves. So again, if you're looking to grow that YouTube channel, these kind of all tie together. After you've come up with a brand, a recognizable brand, and you kind of implement or make a plan, whether that's posting monthly, whether that's posting weekly, whether that's posting daily, and then making sure you execute and stay consistent with that plan, you absolutely will grow within YouTube. Absolutely, undoubtedly will grow. So again, these are just 3 things that I wish we did when starting a YouTube channel. My opinion only. Feel free to agree, disagree, knock it, try it, whatever you want. But these things are field tested and proven. We've been through it. We've lived through it. So again, we hope if you're new to this game or this sport, these things can help you out. And I guess to leave you with a couple of tips specifically for somebody new or young getting into this, don't let it consume your life. There are other things more important than YouTube. But if it's something you're passionate about, stick with it. It is a fun endeavor, a fun adventure. And again, if it gets to the point where it's not fun anymore, don't let it ruin hunting for you. Again, hunting is special in and of itself, and sometimes adding filming and YouTube on top of it can be stressful. But don't let it. If it gets to that point, maybe it's time to kind of reevaluate and revisit what your goals are, and you can always circle back to it at a later time. So if you guys found any of this information helpful, we would appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment if you like some of this stuff. Again, we've been trying to come up with some different videos for you guys and think outside of the box a little bit. So we appreciate you tuning in each and every week, and we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks for watching.